What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, bringing you another live Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle today against a subscriber/follower on Twitter. Before we get started, if you can, please show some shady love to that like button. It's right below this video. Remember, if this video reaches 2,000 likes, I will keep 2 videos a day coming your way. That is what I say. Now, today we are here battling Greg. His Twitter link, of course, is in the description below. He's a fellow shady person, and if you want a chance to appear in one of these videos, go ahead and scroll further down in the description. Follow me on Twitter and keep an eye out for when I request battles. I do it all the time. So today we are bringing our large soul team for the last time, and that makes me sad because I like this team. And originally I wanted to have a lot more Wi-Fi battles for you guys while I was gone upstate, but unfortunately that did not happen due to my error on rendering. I had to re-render a bunch of things. I'm leaving in 2 hours to go on the trip, and I'm cutting it really close, but I'm gonna try my best to get this battle up for you guys, and we should have had 3 Wi-Fi battles while I was gone. So hopefully hopefully you guys enjoyed those along with the Alpha Sapphire playthrough. But like I said, we have Large Soul, Bleezus, Marie, Classic Red, Top Gun, and Dark Relic. You guys can place your bets in the comment section below. You let me know who you think is going to be the MVP, the most valuable Pokemon, using the hashtag MVP along with the nickname of the Pokemon of your choice. I'm rooting for Bleezus. So let's go ahead and jump into this battle. We will see what my opponent is bringing. I'm going to go ahead and grab my phone so that I can take a picture of the team that he has. Sceptile, Forretress, Jolteon, Mienshao, Talonflame, and Goodra. So a very UU team. Definitely, I asked for an OU battle, and I'm okay with him bringing a UU team. I just feel bad because half of my team is UU, and half my team is OU. Actually, yeah, because Gardevoir, I think Gardevoir is UU without the Mega Stone. I think I could be wrong about that, I think. So we're going to go ahead. Common weaknesses on the team, of course, we always like to identify those. 2 Pokemon weak to fire. That's about it. That's about it. All right, sweet. That's definitely the gist of it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna open up with Marie, which I rarely ever do, but I'm gonna open up with Marie simply because it's Scarfed, and I think that we can take advantage of that fact because Marie hits a lot of things really hard. Hits a Fortress really hard in case my opponent wants to set up hazards right away, which is a common thing to do. It's definitely a common thing to do, and we'll hide our Scarf really well if we just go for an HP Fire. Because we obviously outspeed. So Marie's going to drop onto the field. And my opponent does open up with the Fortress. So we have a nice solid lead. I really don't like the way that shiny Fortress looks in this game. I feel like it looks even more different than... And we have Sturdy. Looks even more different than the last game. So I'm going to go for the HP Fire, of course. I don't think it's too common to run HP Fire on Gardevoir, so I love the way Hidden Power's new animation looks. We're going to bring Fortress down to the Sturdy, and I'm pretty positive my opponent is going to go for the Stealth Rock. So Fortress is all but dead. All but dead at this point. Of course, my opponent can go easily out into the Goodra here if he suspects me to be choiced. Although I don't know if he would really run that risk this early on. Instead, I would think my opponent would throw away his Fortress right now, just to get a safe switch into something else, unless he's positive that I'm choiced. But he's not, so he's going to throw away the Fortress to another HP Fire. He did gain that information though that I'm running HP Fire, which is going to be useful for him against his Sceptile. However, his Sceptile is most likely his Mega, and this Gardevoir is going to cause my opponent problems the entire game because Scarfed Gardevoir is a threat. I'm starting to think that it is OU. So my opponent has no reason not to go for the U-turn here, which is rather unfortunate, but I'm going to predict that and go out into Large Soul. I really don't think he would Brave Bird, so I'm just going to go out into Large Soul here, which of course is going to leave me vulnerable to my opponent switching into whatever he wants to switch into. Goes for the U-turn as expected. It shouldn't do too much though because I am a Steelix. Although I am not Mega yet, it still doesn't do anything to me. Kind of wish that I was Mega already. Have that extra 30 points. I think it's an extra 30 points. I could be wrong. I think it's an extra 30 points in defense for Mega Steelix as opposed to regular Steelix. So we're going to go ahead and see my opponent go out into the Goodra, who of course is going to have the Flamethrower. I see it now. The writing is on the wall. So let's keep the momentum going, and let's make a hard switch into Bleezus. Let's make a very hard switch into Bleezus, predicting the Flamethrower here. There's a chance he'll go for a Scald, I guess, but I really hope not. No, Fire Blast! I'm sorry, not Flamethrower. Fire Blast with that new animation! Woo! And he gets the burn. Are you kidding me, Tom? This thing was going to be such a threat to my opponent. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. That burn is huge. This Azumarill takes out the Mienshao, the Mega Sceptile. Well, maybe not the Mega Sceptile. Grass. Mienshao, Goodra. It's going to do a lot to a Jolteon. Not anymore. So my opponent's going to go out into the Speaking of, going to go out into the Jolteon having absolutely no fear. No fear whatsoever. Because this player off is going to do, what? A decent amount. But an Aqua Jet is not going to take him out from this range. If I wasn't burned, that hard switch would have been amazing. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go out into the Large Soul. Although I did not get my Mega Evolution off, I do feel as though my opponent is going to go for a Volt Switch because we already saw the U-turn on the TalonFlame. He's got a U-turn in Mienshao most likely, and then a Volt Switching Jolteon. It's a whole bunch of Switch initiative, but I'm going to put a stop to that right now by being immune. He protects. Never mind. Well, that's not too bad for us. I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I have to, like always, I have to go for the Stone Edge predicting the TalonFlame. I have to. He stays in, though. That's not a good sign. What hidden power do you have? You have hidden power water? Huh? Shadow Ball. He's just going to go for an unstabbed Shadow Ball, which, I mean, will do an okay amount. Nothing too crazy. We do finally get to see the Life Orb. We miss our Stone Edge, and that right there is why I should have went for Earthquake. I really have to preserve my Steelix now. I'm in a really bad spot. Trying to think what's the best course of action. You know what? Dark Relic. If I I got to keep Dark Relic at full health. I'm gonna go for the Earthquake here. If Dark Relic is at full health, I just may be able to take a Brave Bird with the Hydreigon from the Talonflame. Otherwise, Steelix is my check to Talonflame, and I let Large Soul get down so fast that there's just nothing I can do at this point. Ah, man, that was my mistake. Mienshao's gonna come in. It makes perfect sense. I don't have Protect, so I have to let you go, Steelix. I'm going for the Explosion. We're gonna see a Drain Punch. It's gonna take us out, unfortunately. If I had like 30 more HP, something tells me I could have lived that. I really do think I could have. Well, with that, we can go right out into Staraptor, who of course is gonna take a butt ton. And I mean a butt ton from these rocks. But there's no one on my opponent's team that wants to take a Brave Bird. Not even, well, is Jolteon still here? Jolteon's not still here. There's no one on my opponent's team that wants to take a Brave Bird, so Staraptor is... Oh! That's, I'm shocked. I'm shocked to see that he has Drain Punch and High Jump Kick. I admire that. But unfortunately, the risk you run with High Jump Kick is the miss. And it really is unfortunate. I mean, I missed a Stone Edge. She missed the High Jump Kick. High Jump Kick miss probably mattered a little bit more. But not really, because I would have killed the Jolteon. And then I would have had a much higher HP Pokemon around. So, I have to sacrifice something off. And I think it's going to be Bleezes because he's burned. So, I'm going to switch out into Bleezes. I'm going to keep my Staraptor around for that Goodra. So, let's go ahead and sacrifice Bleezes right now. Sacrificing the... Nexus would kill me. Nexus would be appalled. So he's going to go for the Brave Bird here. Fortunately, he'll take a little bit of recoil. And we'll be able to scout if he has the Life Orb. Although I really don't think so because the Jolteon did have the Life Orb. It's a crit! It's a crit! So I think that he's going to be Choice Banded. We're going to see some recoil. And that's it. So let's go out into Dark Relic here. Literally our only hope is if Dark Relic can take a hit. Because without Steelix, Talonflame still wrecks shop. The Mienshao is gone. It's just Sceptile, Goodra, and this Talonflame. So, I really don't know what the best thing to do. I mean, I could T-Wave him, but I have nothing to out-prioritize the Brave Bird anyway. So I have to go for damage. I think Dragon Pulse and Dark Pulse are the same exact base power. Nope, wait. I'm glad I checked. Dragon Pulse is stronger. So, let's go for Dragon Pulse here. And he's going to Wow. Goes out into the Sceptile. Makes a really good play. Makes a really good play right there. I did not expect that, to be honest. I definitely did not expect that. Dragon Pulse is a 2-hit KO. And I resist one of his stabs. However, I do not outspeed. So I'm going to have to make a super, super risky play here. Because I need Dark Relic. I'm going to go out into Gardevoir, predicting the Dragon-type move. I'm going out into Gardevoir, predicting a Dragon-type move. Because my opponent knows that I want that Hydreigon around for something. So I'm going to trace the Unburden. If only I had gone for the Thunder Wave instead of the Dragon Pulse. Although this does put the Sceptile in a really bad range. But I would much rather have this thing paralyzed right now. Goes for the Focus Blast. I'm fine with that. He made a very smart play, I guess, by not... Maybe he doesn't have a Dragon-type move on it. I don't know. I'm not sure what the real deal is, but... I'm okay with this. Because now I can go for a Moonblast. And even if he goes down to Talonflame, I'm fine with that. He's going to withdraw Sceptile. I do think the Talonflame is going to come out. Goodra. Well, that's why I went for the Moonblast. Right there. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure this thing is Assault Vested and he's going to eat this right up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But, yeah. We do get the special attack drop. So even if he has the Sludge Wave, I think we should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to use Moonblast. I'm just going to use Moonblast. Goes for the Sludge Bomb. Did I say Sludge Wave? I might have. I'm not sure. But we're going to be able to eat it up, and it really is just because of that special attack drop. Unfortunately, he gets a Poison. And that is actually going to matter because now I cannot switch out my Gardevoir and save it for a Sceptile because the Poison's going to bring me down to the point where Rocks will take me out. But that's fine. I did get a special attack drop, so that's not even... It's not unfair. It's not unfair for that to happen. Hacks are part of the game. So Goodra is going to fall, and Marie is going to take even more poison. Marie! No. Marie takes even more poison damage. And and that right there is where I win the game. I'm going to Moonblast. And I'm going to outspeed. I don't think he knows I'm Scarfed yet. And how could he? I've only brought this thing on slow Pokemon. So Sceptile is going to fall to a Moonblast from a regular Gardevoir, and that is pretty much going to seal the deal. Had he gone out into Staraptor, and then Brave Birded me, he probably, well, not that he would have won, because I still had Dark Relic here. And you know what? There's still a chance that I can't take a Choice Banded Brave Bird from this Dark Relic. There's a very good chance, especially with that Stealth Rock damage. So, let's see how this goes. I will go for the Dragon Pulse for max damage. Let's see if a defensive Hydreigon can take a Choice Banded Brave Bird from a Talonflame. If I can't, I can. Defensive Hydreigon, ladies and gentlemen. So, that is going to be the game. I think no matter what, even had my opponent gone out into Talonflame and taken out my Gardevoir with it, I think I had this game on lock as long as I kept my Hydreigon healthy, which is something you guys really want to do when you're battling. Recognize which Pokemon on your opponent's team is their ace to win, which at this point was Talonflame. And I didn't do it early enough, and I let my Steelix go down. Fortunately, I'm lucky enough where I have a backup physically defensive Pokemon, which is my Hydreigon. So I was able to just kind of keep him at full health, do what I have to do, and you can see the bird falling to the ground right now, and that is going to be a close to I had a lot of fun with that game. Thank you so much for that, Greg. I definitely had a couple misplays on my part, but it was a lot of fun. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe. I upload videos daily. We will be back with more Wi-Fi battles next week. Of course, our Alpha Sapphire playthrough is going to continue on as well. And then the following week, we will bring Road to Ranked back, which is even more Wi-Fi shenanigans. So if you're hype, let me know in the comment section below. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.